All right, y'all, listen up. So you're scrolling, right? Minding your own business. And then you see it. Chosen ones, group 7. And something in your gut, in your soul, just clicked. It wasn't just another video, it was a vibe. It was a direct hit. And now you're here. Don't even try to play it off like it's a coincidence. The universe doesn't do random. That feeling you got, that little spark of wah, this is for me. That's the real deal. That's the infinite spirit, your true self, giving you a cosmic nudge, saying, wake up, fam. It's time. You didn't find this teaching. It found you. Because there's a level of understanding that's ready to pop off inside of you. And this right here is the ignition. So, if that hits home, if you felt that ping in your spirit, then you gotta own that. This is your moment to level up. But this ain't where the story ends, this is where it gets real good. Wanna know what happens when you truly accept that you're tuned in? If you're feeling this, you gotta let us know. Smash that like button, drop a comment with the symbolic number 7 if the message hit home, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. The journey's just getting started, of course. Here is the expansion of your first keynote, continuing directly from the flow of the introduction. What the journey's just getting started, so let's break it down. This first big idea, that click you felt, that ain't random. Let's get that straight right now. The world wants you to believe in coincidence, in luck, in a universe that's just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. That's a low vibration lie, and it's time to cancel that subscription. Think about it. You're swimming in an infinite ocean of digital noise. A million videos, a billion posts, all screaming for your attention. But then one phrase, chosen ones, group 7, cuts through the static like a laser. It didn't just catch your eye, it resonated. It landed in your consciousness not as a new idea, but as a remembrance, a homecoming. That, right there, is the absolute opposite of random. That is divine order in action, plain and simple. This is where most folks get it twisted. They think they did the seeking. They think their little human personality, with its worries and its to-do lists, was smart enough or spiritually evolved enough to go out and find this profound truth. Ego loves to take credit for the soul's work. But the real deal, the cosmic joke, is that you are always the one being sought. The presence of God, the infinite spirit, whatever you want to call that ultimate, dope reality, is constantly, relentlessly calling you home. It's broadcasting on a frequency of love and truth 24/7. Your job isn't to build a spiritual antenna. Your job is to get all the junk, the fear, the doubt, the ego, out of the way so you can finally hear the station that's already playing. That click was the signal breaking through the noise. It was the part of you that's always been awake, always been connected, your Christ self, your I amness, giving your human self a gentle, or maybe not so gentle, tap on the shoulder. It's saying, "Peace, over here, we've been waiting for you to notice." This isn't about being special in the worldly sense. It ain't about being better than anybody else. That's ego's game, and we're not playing that. This is about answering a call that was dialing your number from the very beginning. So, when that whisper comes, you can't just acknowledge it and keep scrolling. That's like your soul sending you a certified letter and you leaving it on the porch in the rain. You have to sit with that feeling. You have to marinate in it. Ask yourself, why this? Why now? The answer isn't going to come from your brain doing logic puzzles. It's going to come in the stillness, in the quiet moments when you shut up and listen. That click is your confirmation. It's your green light. It's the universe's way of saying the student is finally ready, so the real teaching can now begin. The real teaching can now begin. And this is where we have to flip the entire script on how you see this path. You're sitting there, probably feeling pretty good about yourself for being woke enough to find this teaching, right? Like you did the work, you searched it out, you leveled up your seeking game. I'm here to tell you to let all that air out of your tires. That's an illusion, a total ego trip. The biggest shift in your entire spiritual journey happens the moment you get this one thing. You are not the seeker. You are the sought. Let that marinate. Your entire life, you've been operating under the assumption that you're a separate little self, a lonely soul on a quest to find God, to find truth, to find some peace. You've been hustling for your enlightenment like it's a promotion you got to earn. You've been trying to meditate harder, pray louder, studies more. But that's just the human personality spinning its wheels, trying to achieve something it thinks it lacks. It's exhausting, ain't it? Feeling like you're always almost there, but never quite arriving. Here's the revolutionary secret, the one Joel Goldsmith hammered home. The presence, the infinite I am, is the only active force in this universe. It is the seeker. And what is it seeking? Itself. It is seeking to know itself fire as you, to express itself through you, to reveal its own perfection in your experience. You are the location where God is choosing to appear. You are the being who is being sought by God. This isn't some poetic metaphor. This is the literal, technical truth of your existence. Your deepest, most central urge for peace, for love, for wholeness. That isn't even your urge. That's the magnetic pull of the infinite drawing your awareness back to its source. So what does that change? Everything. It means the pressure is off. Completely. You can stop the spiritual striving. You can quit trying to grasp truth with your mind like it's some complicated theory. Your only job, your only work, is to become a consenting vehicle. It's to get your sense of you, your fears, your desires, your personal sense of good and bad, out of the way, and to consent to be the place where the divine shows up. It's not about you reaching up. It's about you letting it reach down and in and through. The peace you want? It's already seeking you. The answers you need, they're already knocking at the door of your consciousness. You've just been too busy running around looking for them to hear the knock. This is what it means to be chosen. It's not that you were picked for a special club with perks. It means you have consciously become aware of the seeking action of the divine that has been true for you all along. You've stopped running and turned around to face the love that was always chasing you. So now, the practice isn't one of accumulation. It's one of surrender. It's a constant, gentle releasing of the belief that you are a seeker, and a quiet, confident abiding in the truth that you are the very one the universe has been looking for. A quiet, confident abiding in the truth that you are the very one the universe has been looking for. Now, that word, Group 7, it's been floating around here, and maybe your human mind is already trying to figure it out. It's trying to make a list, a roster. It's wondering, am I in? Who else is in? What are the rules? What do I get? That's the mind doing what the mind does, trying to take a spiritual truth and cram it into a little box it can understand and ultimately control. But I need you to hear this and hear it clear. Group 7 is not a roster. It's a vibe. You can't sign up for it. There's no application. You can't earn your way in through good deeds or lose your spot through mistakes. This is about a state of consciousness, a specific frequency of awareness. Think of it like a radio station. The entire world is broadcasting on FM, fear and materialism. It's all static drama and separation. But Station 7 is broadcasting on a different bandwidth altogether. It's the frequency of inner knowing, of soul-level recognition. When you felt that click, that wasn't you getting a membership card, that was you tuning your dial to Station 7. You were always capable of hearing it. You just finally stopped adjusting the knob and let the signal come through clear. This is why you can't look for Group 7 out there in the world. You won't find it on a social media list or in some secret society handshake. You find it by feeling the resonance within your own being. It's the profound sense of knowing that you are not from this world of effect, even as you walk through it. You are from the realm of cause, from the world of spirit. And when you operate from that place, you recognize others who are tuned to the same station. It's not something you talk about. It's a look in the eyes, what a quality of peace, a way of being that is in the world but not of its drama. You just know, they just know. It's a silent, sacred fellowship of those who have remembered their true address. So drop the temptation to define it, to limit it, to put a fence around it. The moment you try to define Group 7, you lose it, because you've just tried to capture the infinite in a finite concept. This isn't about being part of an exclusive club, it's about waking up to the most inclusive truth there is, that your true identity is one with the all. The 7 isn't a digit, it's a symbol for a complete, perfected spiritual rhythm, a cycle of inner fulfillment that operates outside of the world's chaotic patterns. Bidding in this vibe means you stop trying to fix the world and start letting the kingdom express itself as your world. It means your inner state is no longer dictated by the news, your bank account, or other people's opinions. You're anchored in a different reality. You're living from the vibe, and the world has to rearrange itself around your frequency. You're living from the vibe, and the world has to rearrange itself around your frequency. And that right there, that's the whole game. That's the shift from being a tourist in this reality to being a conscious co-creator. But to make that shift, you got to stop living in the penthouse and start paying attention to the basement. You got to level up from the head to the gut. See, your head, your intellect, that thing you're so proud of. It's a beautiful instrument, but it's a terrible master. It's a computer designed to process information from the past. It analyzes, it compares, it worries, it plans. It's always either replaying old tapes or writing scripts for a future that never comes, and it's loud, man. It's a noisy, opinionated roommate that never shuts up, constantly telling you a story about your life that's based entirely on fear, lack, and separation. Trying to find God with your head is like trying to taste the color blue. You're using the wrong tool for the job. The real command center, the true GPS of your soul, is located deeper. It's in the gut, in the heart, in that quiet, central core of your being that just knows. This isn't about thinking. This is about knowing. The intellect deals in concepts, the gut deals in truth. It's a different kind of intelligence altogether. It's the seat of your intuition, your discernment, that unshakable sense of what is real and what is illusion. When the mind is screaming in panic, the gut is the deep, still voice that whispers, "Be still. I've got this." This is the practical work. This is where the rubber meets the road. Every single time a thought of fear, a wave of anxiety, or a story of lack comes knocking at your door, you have a choice. You can engage with it, you can argue with it, you can let that thought pull you into its dramatic movie. That's living from the head. Or you can consciously drop your awareness down. You can take a deep breath and feel your feet on the floor. You can locate that solid, unmovable presence in the very center of you. You don't argue with the thought. You don't even try to change it. You just stop giving it your energy. You shift your residence from the chaotic noise upstairs to the sovereign silence downstairs. When you make this a habit, something incredible starts to happen. The world loses its power to knock you off your center. Bad news, a negative comment, a financial scare, these things might happen, but they don't happen to you. They happen outside of the real you, the you that is anchored in the gut-level knowing of the one. The mind will still have its tantrums, but you're no longer the parent running into the room to appease it. You're the calm adult in the other room, knowing the noise will pass. Your decisions stop coming from a place of reaction and start flowing from a place of inner authority. You stop trying to figure everything out and start trusting what you know. This is the foundation. This is the unshakable ground from which the kingdom is built. This is the unshakable ground from which the kingdom is built. And that word, kingdom, trips a lot of people up. They start thinking about castles and thrones and some far-off heaven you only get to after you die. They start looking for it in churches, in sacred texts, In mountaintop retreats, they're scanning the horizon for a sign. But I'm here to tell you, you're looking in the wrong direction. The kingdom is an inside job. Stop searching the sky for a savior. The revolution isn't coming on a cloud. It's waiting to erupt from the silence within your own chest. The peace that passes all understanding, the abundance that never runs dry, the love that has no opposite. This isn't a reward for good behavior. It's the fundamental nature of your own being when all the false junk of the world is cleared away. You don't attain it, you have uncovered it. You are not a sinner trying to get holy. You are the Holy One who temporarily forgot your name. Think of your consciousness like a dirty window. The sun, the brilliant, unconditional light of the infinite, is always shining on the other side. But you've spent a lifetime, maybe lifetimes, splattering mud on that glass. Every fear, every grievance, every belief in lack and separation, every judgment, it's another layer of grime. You've been sitting in the dimness, staring at the dirt, and praying for the light to come.
The light is already here!
The work isn't to manufacture the sun, the work is to clean the window. That's the inside job. It's the moment-to-moment practice of withdrawing your faith from the outer world of problems and placing your attention on the inner reality of presence. The world is a perfect mirror, nothing more. It can only show you the current state of your own consciousness. If you see chaos, lack, and conflict out there, it's because there's still residue of chaos, lack, and conflict in here. The world doesn't need fixing, your perception does. Trying to fix the world without first addressing the consciousness perceiving it is like trying to clean a mirror and expecting your face to change. It's a fool's errand. The only permanent solution to any problem, whether it's a personal heart attack or a global crisis, is the realization of the kingdom within. When you abide there, when you know yourself as the very substance of that kingdom, the world outside your window has no choice but to reflect that order, that harmony, that peace. This is the great secret they don't want you to know. The powers of this world, the entire system of fear and consumption, depends on you believing that the solution is out there, in a product, a politician, a pill, a partner. It keeps you on a hamster wheel, forever seeking, forever hungry. The moment you turn within and touch that kingdom, the entire game is up. You become ungovernable by fear. You become unimpressed by lack. You realize you are the source of everything you've ever been seeking. Your outer life then becomes not a struggle, but a spontaneous and effortless unfolding of the beauty you've discovered within. A spontaneous and effortless unfolding of the beauty you've discovered within. And this is where it gets real. This is the final piece, the ultimate litmus test. It's one thing to have a mystical experience in the quiet of your room, to feel that bliss in meditation. But what happens when you have to pay the bills? When you're stuck in traffic? When someone is screaming in your face? This is the proving ground. This is the art of walking in the world, but being from another. Your body is here. Your human experience is playing out on this earthly stage. You have a job, relationships, responsibilities. You're not being called to build a cabin in the woods and escape it all. That's just another form of resistance, another way the ego tries to find a solution in form. No, the ultimate demonstration is to be fully engaged in the human scene while your core identity, your operating system, is rooted in the divine. You interact with the world, but you are not of its spirit. You are in the marketplace, but your supply doesn't come from it. Think of it like this: you are an ambassador from a foreign, far more peaceful and powerful country. You are stationed here in this chaotic world, but your passport, your allegiance, your source of funding and instruction all come from your homeland. An ambassador lives in a foreign land, follows its traffic laws, and interacts with its people, but they are not governed by that land's politics or its fears. Their security doesn't come from the local police, it comes from the power of the nation they represent. That is you. Your peace isn't dependent on the world being peaceful. Your abundance isn't dependent on the world's economy. Your safety isn't dependent on the world's agreements. It all flows from the kingdom within, the homeland of your spirit. So, when the world comes at you with its drama, you don't have to fight it on its own terms. You don't have to win the argument, conquer the enemy, or secure the bag from a place of fear. You operate from a place of inner dispatch. You respond from that settled, gut-level knowing. You handle the business of life, but you are no longer handled by it. Your joy is not contingent on success. Your stability is not shaken by failure. You can be in the midst of a storm, but because you are anchored in a depth the storm cannot touch, you become the eye of the hurricane, a place of perfect calm around which the chaos merely swirls. This is the final freedom. It's not freedom from the world, but freedom within it. You will walk the same streets, but you will see with different eyes. You will hear the same noises, but you will listen with different ears. The world will see you and think you are one of them, but you will know the sacred truth. You are a citizen of another realm, just passing through, leaving the fragrance of your true home wherever you go.